10 rules to get a guy.
Hi,
Okay.
I'm Alicia, and I'm about to tell you how I met the love of my life. But before we get into that, please like and subscribe to MSA. If there's one thing you have to know about me, it's that I wasn't an ordinary little girl. Being raised by a single father who was an ex-army officer does that to you. I had rules, discipline, and responsibility drilled into me since I was very young. And growing up, I found other kids my age really immature. I don't know why he'd break up with me. I wore the clothes he liked, woke up at 5 every morning to do my hair because he liked them curly, and pretended to love watching wrestling. Excuse me.
Bro, watch Aura Farmers Must Be Stopped. Okay, I'll add it on there.
But I need to get that muffin. Can't you see that I'm
You need
crying?
that muffin.
My boyfriend just broke up with me. Aw, I'm so sorry. You know, it reminds me of the time my dad took me for this obstacle course and I twisted my ankle so badly, the doctors told me I'd never be able to walk again. But I didn't lose hope, and here I am. How is that the same thing? It's not, because that was an actual problem. But yours is just a bunch of high school nonsense. Now move your butt.
Me personally, I wouldn't take no one calling my problem high school nonsense. That's just me though.
Please. Needless to say, I didn't have a lot of friends.
Yeah, I played
and
Fortnite a
I
long
didn't
time.
care either. My
Me too,
life
though.
was all sorted out. Graduate school, get into a good college, work, and retire. But then I turned 18 and met Arthur. He was a transfer student from Greece, and boy was he dreamy.
He was dreamy like me for real. Look at me. Okay, I'm probably not dreaming, but you know what I'm trying to say.
First time I met him was in gym class. We were playing catch, and I was so lost in looking at him. I totally missed the ball, and it hit me right in the face. I fell on my butt, and Arthur came running.
Are you okay? You're bleeding.
It's nothing. I'm used to much worse. On second thoughts, I might need a doctor. Arthur smiled and carried me to the nurse's office. The entire time I was there, he sat next to me, and later he dropped me home. We became friends after that, and slowly I fell for him. He was smart, mature, and sweet. If there was one guy I wanted to date, it was him. So I decided
There gotta be something wrong with Arthur though. Arthur sounds too perfect. Like, there gotta be something wrong with bro, for real.
to ask him out, except I didn't know how. So I turned to MSA for help, and it did not disappoint. Rule number 1, never let your crush know you're interested in him. Avoid eye contact and do not speak at all. The next day, when Arthur waved at me in the hallway, I wrinkled my nose and turned away. He sat next to me in class, but I didn't pay any attention. But then in the cafeteria, he caught up with me.
Are you avoiding me?
Me? Avoiding you? Oh, don't be silly. I was just really busy thinking about global warming and how it's impacting the fish population. Oh, that reminds me. I have to water my fish. I mean, my plants. I'll see you
Water
around.
your pants is a very interesting and intriguing sentence I never thought we'd hear before.
And I just ran before I embarrassed myself further. After that epic failure, I turned to step number 2. Dress up nice and behave like a total diva. I went shopping, picked up a bunch of dresses, and the next morning, it took me 2 hours to get ready. I thought I looked great, except the moment I entered, everyone started pointing at me and laughing. Oh
I'm not gonna lie, she got her dressing like the Roadrunner. Like she better go, meet me.
my god, why is she dressed like a peacock? What is that on her face? Did someone finally punch her for being a know-it-all? I was so embarrassed. I immediately turned around and ran for the bleachers. I was still sulking when Arthur walked up to me.
If you rub your lips anymore, they're gonna fall off.
This lipstick won't come off. Ugh.
Hey, see, stop abusing power. I muted him right now. Why you mute him for, bruh? There's no actual music. Mute that guy.
It's so annoying.
Let me help you. Also, I'm not saying you don't look good with makeup, but you actually look way prettier without it.
Really?
Dub Riz, W Riz. This dude's he's a Rizzler right here. This guy's a Rizzler.
Does that mean you'll go out with me?
Are you serious? I wanted to ask you out for the longest time, but everyone in school told me you're a cold-hearted witch. Cold-hearted girl who hates people.
That's not true. I hate dumb people. There's a difference. So, you and I, dinner tomorrow?
I'd love to.
My first date with Arthur was perfect, and he told me that his parents were divorced like mine, and he lived with his mom and 9-year-old brother Charlie. We started dating soon after.
Usually these goes wrong, bro, but like, so far this ain't going wrong. Cap, that's not how a girl made me fall for her. That's crazy.
And spend all our time together. People in school were also nicer to me since I was Arthur's girlfriend, and even Dad liked him a lot. Life was just better
Yo, why her dad like a Viking? Gosh, damn, bro, look at her dad, bro. Homie's a Viking.
with him in it, until things started getting weird. Some days he would come to school looking like a half-dead zombie, and other days he would skip school altogether. His grades were slipping, we were barely seeing each other, and I knew
Maybe his dad whooping him or something, you know what I'm saying? Just whooping with a belt going. Move.
Something was wrong. So one day when he canceled our date, I went to his place with his favorite ice cream. But when I knocked on the door, some kid opened up. Hi, you must be Charlie. Is your brother around? Is that ice cream? Give me it. Hey, that's not very nice. Say, ma'am, could I please have that tub of ice cream? Repeat after me. Sure. Ma'am, give me the ice cream or I'll kick you. And Charlie kicked me on my shin.
Kicking on his shin is menacing, bro.
Snatched the tub and ran away. As I yelled out in pain, Arthur came running downstairs.
Alicia, why didn't you tell me you were coming?
When would I tell you? You hardly talk to me these days.
I know. I'm sorry. It's just that Mom's getting married again. The guy doesn't want Charlie in his life, and Mom loves her stupid boyfriend so much that she decided to move out, leaving me in charge.
Why wouldn't you tell me that before?
Because it's embarrassing, and I didn't want to drag you in my mess.
I'm already a part of your mess, and we'll get through it together. Okay, I know that was a bit cheesy, but Arthur looked like he was gonna break in a million pieces, and I really wanted to help him. Besides, how bad could a 9-year-old be? Turns out a lot, because Charlie was a total devil. He would cry over the smallest things, throw tantrums if he didn't
Charlie, bro. Charlie.
Get his way, and would constantly butt into my dates with Arthur. We hardly spent any time alone. I was pretty sure he just hated me. Like one time, I was waiting for Arthur in his living room, and Charlie kept giving me death stares. Something on my face? I was just trying to figure out how someone can look like a horse and a camel at the same time.
Roasted? Gosh damn, bro. Roaster act good.
That's kind of mean, Charlie. And you're kind of ugly. Anyway, have fun on the date. It won't last long. And 10 minutes into the date, Arthur got a call from the babysitter that Charlie had locked himself in the washroom and we had to run back. And another time, it was Dad's birthday and I had planned a really cool surprise for him. I'd invited all his old friends from the army. Arthur helped me deck up the place and I was arranging the cake when Charlie walked up to me. Oh, wow. This cake looks yummy. Give me a piece. Only after my dad cuts it. But I'm hungry now. Then eat something else. There's a whole pizza on the counter. Are you stupid? I said I want the cake. Charlie tried to get the cake, but I got in his way. He shoved me away, and I accidentally knocked into the cake, which crashed to the floor. Whoopsie.
On Jack, is he abusing power?
Guess no one gets to eat it.
What happened? I heard some noise.
Your brother ruined my surprise. I just asked you to give me some cake, and I asked you to wait.
Relax, Alicia. We'll get a new cake. I'm sure your dad won't know.
That's not the point, Arthur. Your brother is a spoiled brat. He
Facts.
needs some discipline. You put that kid on a leash, or I swear I will.
He's my brother, not some dog I can put a leash on. I know he made a mistake, but he's just a kid. You know what? We'll just leave. We wouldn't want to ruin your evening any more than we have.
Perfect.
Wow.
Arthur took Charlie's hand and they left. I wanted to stop them, but I was too mad. Later that night, when I calmed down, I realized I might have been too rude and called Arthur up, but he didn't answer. He didn't even show up to school the next day, and neither did Charlie. So I went to his place to talk to him and saw Charlie crying on the porch. What's wrong? Arthur wasn't here when I woke up this morning, and I don't know where he went. Did you call him? He left his phone behind. Then why didn't you answer when I
Bro, this one is actually so wholesome. This is like so overly wholesome.
called? Anyway, don't worry. We'll find him. But till then, you're coming home with me. No, I don't like you. You don't have to like me, but I'm not leaving you alone till Arthur gets back. So annoying. We waited the whole day for Arthur to show up or get in touch, but he didn't. By nightfall, I decided to sleep in the lounge and offered Charlie my room. If you need anything. The next morning, Arthur was still a no-show. I couldn't reach his mommy.
Bro must put laxative in. He must be in the toilet just taking a dookie going everywhere like that. That must be happening.
Either. And then remembered he told me she was out of the country on her honeymoon. Next, I asked his friends and colleagues, but none of them knew where he was. Eventually, I contacted the police, but even a week later, they had no news of him.
Okay.
And I was worried sick. What could have possibly happened to him? Meanwhile, Charlie refused to go to school or shower. He mostly kept himself locked in my room and reacted rudely to any nice gesture I made.
Throw up is crazy.
Was losing my mind. So I turned to Dad for help, and he promised he'd get a word out to his colleagues in the army to track Arthur down. I still don't know what to do with Charlie. He shuts me down every time I try to talk to him.
He's been through a lot, Alicia. What he needs is some distraction to keep his mind off things. After your mom left, you were all over the place. That's why I built such a strict routine for you, so you wouldn't
No,
have
you
time
did.
to think about her. Maybe you should do something similar.
I decided to give Dad's advice a shot, and the next morning, I walked to Charlie's room and woke him up. Get up, we're going out. Is Arthur back? No. Then let me
Wow.
sleep and go away. Nope, you're getting up right now. Charlie resisted, but I dragged him out of bed and somehow
Damn, jumped on him, pour water on
made
him?
it to the bus stop. He kept cursing me the whole way, but I didn't care. And minutes later, we were at our destination, the paintball arena. I'm not going in there. Why? Too chicken to lose? As if you're on. Charlie and I
Wow.
had a great time at the paintball game, and it was the first time I actually
Bro, I used to love playing with paintball. I used to shoot people all the time with my balls. Bro, I used to shoot my balls at everybody, I'm not gonna lie.
heard him laugh. Afterwards, we went to a trampoline park and jumped our hearts out. By the end, he was so tired he could barely walk, so I called a cab and took him to my favorite burger joint. But he just stood at the entrance and stared. What, you don't like burgers? No,
Wow.
it's just that this was my favorite place to come with my mom. Every weekend, we'd come here and play our favorite songs on the jukebox machine.
Aw.
And now, she doesn't even call me, and Arthur's left me too. Arthur will be
Aw.
back in no time, I promise you. He loves you a lot, Charlie, and no matter what, we'll always be here for you.
Okay.
You too? Yes, me too. Charlie cried and hugged me tight. For the first time, I saw him
where's
as
Arthur,
a
though?
heartbroken kid who just wanted his family back. Since then, Charlie
Where's
warmed
Arthur?
up to me. We'd have breakfast together, and he would always make my bed when I
Hey,
got
see-
home from school. He was a lot calmer and hardly threw a tantrum. I couldn't wait for
Nobody
Arthur
cares
to
about
come
Charlie.
back
I
and
care about
see
Charlie.
how much progress Charlie had made, but we still
love
had
Charlie.
no
He's my
leads on
guy.
him. I wanted to be strong, but with each passing day, my hopes of ever seeing him again were getting dimmer, and it broke my
Wow.
heart. Finally, one night, I broke down in front of Dad. I don't think Arthur's coming back, Dad. It's been weeks, and no one
Okay.
knows where he is. If he was in town, we would have found him by now. And Charlie, he's lost his mom and might lose his brother too. What can I even say to him? What? I turned around and saw Charlie standing at the door. You've been telling me all along the police will find him. You said you were
Aw.
sure. No, I'm sure he's fine, Charlie. I was just... Stop lying! Why do all grown-ups lie so much? I
Aw.
hate you! All of you! And Charlie just ran out of the house.
crazy.
Dad said he'd go after him, and as I was sitting in the kitchen in despair, the phone suddenly rang. It was the police, saying they'd found Arthur in a hospital close to town.
What
I
happened to
rushed the
Arthur, bro?
location and texted Dad on the way. The doctors at the hospital told me that Arthur was brought in a few days back by the forest rangers. Apparently, he went on a hike and got injured, and since then, he'd been in a coma. I was
That's
sitting
crazy. Arthur got packed up in the woods. What a bum.
next to him when Charlie walked in with Dad. How is he? He hit his head, but he's out of danger. Doctors say there's a very good chance he'll be just fine. Charlie, promise me, no matter what happens, you and I will never fight again. I promise. I will never
Wow.
scream again, and I will always be a good brother. He will wake up, right?
What do you think?
Ain't no way, cheesy ass. That was so cheesy and wholesome. It really was.